Hello, grade 9 students. Listen to me. Stop whatever you're doing. Pay attention to this video. You're going to learn something important today. Today we are going to talk about how to use make, let, and be allowed to in English. So let's start with make. We use make to talk about obligations imposed by another person or a set of rules. So we use make to talk about rules or obligations that come from another person. For example, if you live with your family, maybe every morning your father may ask you to wash his car. So maybe you don't like washing cars, maybe it makes you tired, or it makes you bored to wash cars. So you can say, my father makes me wash his car. That means I don't enjoy it and I don't really want to do it, but he makes me do it. That means he compels me or he forces me to do it, even when I don't want to do it. Look at the grammar form. So you start with the subject, then the verb make, and the object. The object, the person that received the action. And the base form. The base form of the verb, use the base form of the verb. That means you don't change it. Don't change the form. Don't change to past, simple, past tense, or continuous form. No, you just keep it the same way, like wash. Don't say washed or washing. No. My father makes me wash his car. Good. And we're going to move on to late. Use late to talk about permission. That means an authorization for you to do something. That means someone allows you to do something. So you can use late. Late also means to allow. Look at the grammar form. You begin with subject, the person who does the action. Use late, and the object, the receiver, the recipient of the action, the person or thing who received the action. And the base form, again, don't change it. Example, my brother lets me use his laptop. That means he allows me to use his laptop. My brother lets me use his laptop. Okay, now look at the other side of the whiteboard. We'll talk about allow. Like I told you earlier, allow means to let or to permit someone to do something. If you allow someone to do something, that means you permit him or you allow him or her to do something. Use allow to talk about permission. Use allow to talk about permission. The meaning is similar to let or to permit. This is the form, subject, allow, and the object. And infinitive. The infinitive is verb plus to. To plus verb is called infinitive. Like when you say to dance, to eat, to drink, to play, to go, These are called infinitives. Example, my parents allow me to play football. My parents allow me to play football. You can also say, my parents let me play football. Because I just told you that allow means let. So I can say, my parents allow me to play football. I can say, my parents let me play football. The same meaning. For past obligations or permission, use had to talk about past obligations. An obligation is something that is necessary. An obligation is something that is necessary, something that is important for you to do. Use had to plus verb, that is the base form of the verb, to talk about past obligations. Obligations in the past. That means it's a finished action. Example, maybe you finished high school, for example. You can say, we had to wake up early. That means when we were in high school, we had to wake up early. Past obligation, that means it's not true now because I've already finished high school. Maybe I don't have to wake up early anymore. But because this is a past obligation, I had to say, we had to wake up early. Note this. Take note. You can also use could to talk about permission in the past. You can also use could to talk about permission in the past. For example, if I want to, maybe my parents or my father, I want to refer you to this sentence again because I would like to use this again. My father makes me wash his car. Okay. No. Look at this one. My brother lets me use his laptop. Moment. We are still talking about using could in the past. Using could in the past. I could play football after school. I could play football after school. This is permission because I say you can also use could to talk about permission in the past. That means maybe my parents allowed me to play football after school, so I can also say I could play football after school. I don't necessarily need to say my father or my mother allowed me to play football. That is okay if you want to use that, but this is another way you can express yourself. You can say I could play football. That means I am allowed. I'm allowed to play football, or I have permission to play football after school. I hope you enjoy watching this video and this lesson. Thank you very much.